based on the models I've seen for tonight's system, Winter Storm Ryan, it's pretty safe to say that New York City should get between 3 and 5 inches. This is what I'm thinking at the moment. Though 3 to 5 inches is a pretty safe bet. Most of the models are now agreeing on a general 3 to 5 consensus, with the HRRR showing 2 to 3 inches, and the NAM is showing more like 4 to 6. So, and the GFS is showing, mostly rain, but heavier precipitation, and the HRRR is showing 2 to 4. So I'm going to compile all this data and try to average it out, basically. I haven't really seen what the European is showing, but I'm going to guess it's probably more or less the same. So my forecast is calling for tonight 3 to 5 inches, heaviest amounts east of the city. The city itself, the 5 boroughs, should get a general 2 to 4 inches, while the general area, including the city and points eastward, should get 3 to 5. If you're north and west, less, maybe 1 to 3. City points eastward, a general 3 to 5 inches. If you live in the western parts of the city, 2 to 4. Eastern parts of the city, 3 to 5 inches. If you live out on Long Island, some areas might get 4 to 6, especially if a heavy snow band develops. Central southern New Jersey, 3 to 5, maybe 4 to 6. Depends on where in New Jersey you are. And the snow should end by mid-morning, and the sky should clear by the afternoon. And the weather should be pretty nice tomorrow, from about, I would say, 12 p.m. tomorrow until about afternoon Sunday. However, after about noon Sunday, around 2 or 3 p.m., conditions are going to start to deteriorate as a storm is going to start going up the coast. This storm is actually not going to develop in the southeast like most have. This storm is going to take more of a cross-country track. It's going to dip down from the Rockies, go into almost in the southeast, and then go up the coast. And because of its close proximity to the Gulf, the further south it goes, the stronger it will get, because it's going to suck up a lot of Gulf moisture. And both the European model and the GFS FV3 are showing a pretty potent storm. Even the NAM is now showing a pretty tight wound up storm. Only difference between the NAM and those other two models, it's the other two models are showing more of an offshore track, more snow. NAM is showing more of a track like this, while the GFS FV3 show a more sharper track, which will mean more snow for New York. And then the European, I'm not sure, but when I was looking at our 24 and 48 on both the GFS FV3 and Euro, both of them were in almost the same positions for both those hours. Thing is, because I was looking at the free version of the Euro, it didn't show how the storm's going to track, just the positions and the times. But the GFS FV3 showed how it's going to track and showed what precipitation is going to be falling in New York City. The GFS FV3 had New York City right on the rain snow line, like towards the end, while having mostly snow throughout the storm. And at the end, the GFS FV3 had a lot of snow for New York City. 12 to 18 inches much, yeah. The GFS FV3 had a general 12 to 18 inches across the tri-state area, with some amount up to 20 inches in New Jersey. I mean, between these two storms, 12 to 18 inches for this storm, plus the 3 to 5 for the one we're going to get tonight. So, quite a lot. This storm had a foot of snow for New York City, the one for Sunday to Monday, on the GFS FV3. And if this storm just tracks a little bit further southeast and is stronger, we're going to get a lot of snow. So I'm going to make a video around actually after midnight, because that's when all the models start loading. So, and I'm going to make my official forecast. I'm going to base it on those models. But my preliminary forecast, I'm calling for 8 to 12 in New York City from the second storm. So 3 to 5 tonight. So I'm definitely saying about actually 2 to 4, as I said, for New York City, and about a foot for the second storm, 8 to 12 inches. So, I mean, actually, no, 8 to 12 is kind of pushing it. For the city itself, I'm actually going to call 6 to 10 inches for the second storm, and 2 to 4 for the first one. So out of these two systems, New York City should get between a foot and a foot and a half tops. So not a foot and a half. So between 10 and 15 inches between these two storms. This is my preliminary forecast. This is based on the current models. I'm basing it off the 12Z, not the 18Z. And the 18Z NAM is trying to show a similar track to the, or strength and precipitation amount to the European, but it's just that amplitude of the track is just a little too shallow. It's not deep like this, but it's more of a track like that, which the other models are not really hinting at. So I do think New York City is going to get a lot of snow from this storm. Just don't know exactly how much, but I'm going to try to call a 6 to 10 inch amount at the time being. But if I'm not going to base on models, if I'm going to go by my gut feeling, I'm going to say a foot. But if I'm going to try to be scientific about it and go by the models, I'm going to say about 6 to 10 inches. But I'm going to go with my gut feeling. I have a feeling that this storm is going to be really, really big. And possibly even greater than a foot. So I'm not going to base the storm on my gut feeling yet. Because I want to be absolutely sure before I make any official forecast, which I will do tonight. At the moment, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to say 6 to 10 inches. You know, my gut's telling me it's going to be at least a foot or more. I want to verify with the models. I want to make sure the models, like, I'm thinking what the models will do ahead. Sometimes I try to think ahead of the models, but I'm not going to base my forecast on that thinking, because that's going to lead to wrong conclusions, and I want to play it safe. So at the moment, I'm calling for 6 to 10 for the storm for Sunday to Monday, and 2 to 4 tonight. Central Park should get about 2.5 inches. Areas in Eastern Queens should get between 3 and 4 inches. Eastern Long Island should get between 3 and 5. Southern Massachusetts, south of Plymouth, should get 4 to 6. Plymouth northward should get 1 to 3. Boston itself should get 1 to 2 inches. Actually, no, Plymouth should get 2 to 4. Boston 1 to 3. Portsmouth, New Hampshire should get about an inch. And Gloucester should get about 1 to 2 inches. And areas around Lexington and Concord, where the famous battles took place, also about 1 to 2 inches. Worcester should get about an inch, 1 to 2 inches. Central Southern Connecticut, Hartford should get 2 to 3 inches. New London should get 4 to 6. Bridgeport should get 3 to 5. While New Haven, actually no, Bridgeport should get 2 to 4. New Haven should get 3 to 5. Hartford should get 2 to 3. New Canaan, Canaan, Connecticut should get 1 to 2 inches. New Canaan, which is south central Connecticut, should get 2 to 3 inches. Providence should get 4 to 6. Woonsocket should get 3 to 5. Highest amount should be along the should be right along around the arm of the Cape, around the South Coast. New Bedford should get around 6 to 8. Fall River should get 4 to 7, 6 to 8 as well, and Barnstable should get 6 to 8. Nantucket should get 2 to 4. Martha's Vineyard should get 3 to 5. And that's my forecast for the storm tonight. This is Andy Diego Dave with the weather. Thank you for watching. Or for now. Thank you for watching. I'll make another video tonight.